Right, hey everyone, so made it here. The old Land Rover performed well. Towing, bit of off-roading. So far so good, hopefully not speak too soon. But yeah, we're back at the hydro job and it's looking good. We're just going to fit the door quickly and then we'll start connecting up some pipe and stuff. Raf's just rounded working on it now. We got the door. So we just got to put some notches in for the hinges because the cladding boards stick out a bit too far. But yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Raf's just doing it now. Raf's here. Right, yeah, let's get on with it. Trims on the back. Lovely. Yeah, happy with that.
Squarish.
Ish. Plenty square enough to go in a fitting.
Oh,
Right.
that's loads.
Yeah. Catch all them microplastics, we don't want all that in the environment. Right, we're literally just behind the hydro building here and we've just got to get this, that's how much we were short of the pipe. I measured it over 200, but rolls of pipe come in 100 metre reels or 50 metre reels, so it's just a little tail left. Yeah, so we've got to try and get that in there now, be fun. Wouldn't mind getting a bit more on it though. Oh.
Getting that seal on, isn't it?
Right, to put the seal in
Put
after.
the seal on first, yeah. Get it in there. No? Pull the seal right out into it down here.
Just keep that there, mate. I'll take these rocks out. They give us a bit more. They'll get to slide in a bit more.
Right, yeah, that's it. Well, a bit of an angle though. Might want to drop one behind it there to push it that way.
Yeah, let's take this out.
Yeah.
Keep that in.
Yeah, yeah. Get rid of that one.
What we could do, record that approximately.
Recording.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm doing it the wrong way, am I?
Yeah, because we were doing all the fittings,
Yeah.
isn't it? Muscle memory.
Back a bit, give me a bit more.
You got another one so we can work against each other.
I've
Tighten
got
them up.
more of them, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if we do them both at the
Just
same
get
time.
them rocks out and then tighten it all up. Right, we're just up the top. Just carried all the stuff up to the top intake. We're just getting the standpipe on. T-fitting for the standpipe. Yeah. There we go, that'll keep us going for now.
Oh, yeah, push me off the hill.
Sorry. Going straight down. There we go. Straight down.
Is she going in?
She's going. A bit more. That's it, I think. Right, we work that a bit, mate. We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Then we'll force that up.
We need to bring that over and see what happens.
Let's just leave that for now then.
Yeah.
And we'll sort that out later.
Because it's been so hot recently, that pipe's taken a right weird shape.
Yeah. Leave that, come back to that.
Yeah.
Right, before we get the intake fitted up the top, we're just going to get the brackets we made in the workshop fitted to these boulders. Stop the pipe wandering downhill and pulling on the intake too much. We've got this boulder here which is pretty decent size. We've got a massive one just past it and we're already anchored to one down there as well. And the brackets are working well. Them, get them drilled.
It's absolutely full of branches, isn't it? Proper gone over that pipe, hasn't it?
That's it. That's sitting on there now.
Right, that's right there. We're square with it ish, aren't we?
Yeah, let me just get that because the pipe had gone over on us.
Yeah.
Right, that's gripped that pretty well.
Yeah,
So we'll
I reckon we're alright there.
and then if we just take that one off, spin that out of
Do
the
you
way.
want to spot it through whilst it's
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. We're going to use these brackets again. Design works well, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
They're donkeys.
So we're going to get this intake in, get this pipe on the intake, battle with that, and then we'll put our last bracket in. But obviously you just need to dig out under it a bit because we're a little bit too high. So let's just dig out. Whoa, heavy.
That's it. Get it down there. Bottom's not going. There you go, she's gone.
There we go, got it. that's that fixed on. Straps.
Oh, down there.
Yeah. Right. Right. It's just lost a bit of its length. Yeah, go on. It's just turning on the intake. Right, hold it. That's it. Hold it there a sec. Right, we just went and winched the pipe up a tiny bit, so we weren't fighting it. And it's sitting really nice now. Yeah.
There you go. We did exactly what I said. Look.
Yeah, it went up there.
Right, well,
yeah. We do alright between us, don't we?
Yeah.
Come up with some good solutions. And that's just right, that is. Right, we'll get another couple of fixings in. So yeah, we're looking good. So yeah, we want that level, so otherwise it will favour one side. So obviously we're mid-summer at the minute, and well, August, and we're in a drought. So obviously this isn't enough water for hydro. Before anyone starts saying can't run hydro off that, of course you can't. But it's enough water to fill this pipe overnight, and that's what I need to do so I can take a pressure reading. We'll just get a couple more of these fixings in and we're good. Right, so we got this in, we got it fixed up on the sides. Ruff's just finishing off that side. We got some rubber, some EPDM rubber, just to seal it up so all the water comes over. And obviously we're catching now what little water we are getting. And it's going down into there, going down into the down the pipe, and it should be filling up at the bottom. And I'm pretty sure I got the valve closed down there. So yeah, hopefully that little flow will fill up about 2,000 litres tonight, and we can take a pressure reading. Right, just gonna get this last bracket on, and then that's us for today. Be there somewhere, I think.
Yeah, just get one in and then. There we go.
There we go. Lined up nice. It's good. They have worked well then.
Yeah.
I'm going to use them again, 100%. Oh dear.
Yeah, we're lucky that we had the right stones where we needed them.
Yeah,
really.
they are pretty conveniently placed, these big 1-ton stones. There we go, we've got another one fixed up. Brackets worked straight, and that pipe's not going anywhere. I'm pleased with that. We're back down the bottom at the powerhouse, and we're just checking the fittings and stuff. There won't be a lot of water in here now, but it is filling up slowly. I'll go in the powerhouse, open the valve a little bit, and just check it is filling, so I can take a pressure reading tomorrow. So hopefully we've got a bit of water here, at least. Let's see what we got. There we go. There's even a bit of pressure there, look. The floor as it should. Just get any bits out as well, look. There is some bits in there. Might as well get that out now. There we go. That's all the bits out. And they're coming out the outlet. So we just need to dig a bit of a ditch down there so it goes back into the stream. And we're sorted. So this is where we mounted bracket number 3 on the side of this beastly boulder. It's massive. And right on a bend before it starts going downhill some more, so I think that's a good spot. And those brackets worked out brilliant. They're very versatile. Yeah, good design that. So yesterday we got a little leak out of the front of the flange fitting, so we're just making a rubber gasket, and I cut out a backing plate for it just so it doesn't leak on the back. Just put that gasket on the back of there. Just got to tighten them all up, and that should seal it up nice now. There's only a tiny little leak because we're still getting sort of about half the flow that's going in, but we don't want it leaking at all, so we just did that backing plate and gasket. Yeah, so the pipe has filled about half up from this little flow, so we might let it fill up while we're here for the rest of the day. We'll probably tip the rest of this water in here, see if we can get it filled up. It might rain in a bit as well. But yeah, I could really do with it filled up today. It's hard enough doing this job when you can stand up.
Canting over more and more towards
Yeah, it's hitting something now, isn't it?
I think it's a root down
Stop
there.
there.
Right.
That's it.
Too light. Is it still going?
Going, yeah. Going miles. Go on. Still moving.
Just bending in towards the bank that way though.
That's alright though, isn't it?
Proper kicking.
Once they're joined together. Go on, still going. Still going. Still going.
It's whether I keep going.
Yeah, exactly. It's still going in. Yeah, just notching these, putting a flat on so we can put a timber across over to the standpipe to help support it. Because we're on such steep ground here that because the pipe's running like that, the standpipe wants to tilt up, you know, all pissed. So we want to just pull it back, let it settle in, and it'll find its own place then after it sat there for a bit. That one went better.
It's on.
Good. Right, that's the standpipe supported. So we'll let this fill up and then we'll see how it goes, see what it looks like. Right, we are back down the bottom and the pipe is filling up, but it's only about, well, half full or something like that. But I'm going to get this contraption here on this pipe and start getting some idea of what pressure we're dealing with. Try a little bit, mate. There will be quite a bit of pressure in there though. Hopefully we don't spring too many leaks.
How slow is this valve to undo? There we go.
There it is. Right, so we got about 10 psi coming in, but the pipe's just filling. This lower section of the pipe is a lot flatter. It's when you get to the top it gets really steep. So we're going to try and go and get a bit more water in it, because I could really do with this, getting this reading today. Go and put some water down it, see if we can fill it up a bit. In an attempt to try and just get enough water to get a pressure reading, we're going to empty out this here and see about if we can get that pipe filled up. It's threatening to rain, so we'll see how we go. But the intake's working well. Sucks up plenty of water. Missed it. Me and Raph, we were just chatting. It is amazing. Those little slots in there, you'd never think they'd take the volume of water that they do. Amazing the amount it can take. like a, I don't know, 8 litre bucket or something. Yeah, you'd never think it. It amazes me when I see it. It's filling. So obviously this isn't really how this is designed to work, to have a bucket poured on top. You know, the idea is the water comes over here, this will be carved down and shaped once we've got more flow, and the water will come down, it clings to these surfaces and then gets pulled in. But even with a bucket at the wrong angle, it still takes in that water very quickly. It's gurgling away. Yeah, that air all popping out. So some of that's coming out of here, some of it will be coming out of the standpipe. Right, well, we've got a lot of our jobs done that we needed to get done, so we're going to start digging a little trench here for the outlet while the pipe fills up. So we only need to guide this water initially, because it'll erode and cut its own path where it wants to go. So this is just to literally direct it where we want it to go till it figures it out itself. And remember, it's not this isn't an uncontrolled stream that's going to get big floods. We know exactly the amount of water that's going to come out of here. It's not like this is going to suddenly just get a flash flood through it. It's not a stream, it's an output. It's going to have 5 litres a second through it. That's it. That's all it needs to handle. Sit back, drilling, doing a bit of landscaping, tidying up around here. Right, so the pipe is full and we're getting a reading, but it's not the reading I was expecting, and the gauge has been sitting around for a long time. Raf bought a gauge as well, but that one's not working, and we're getting 20 psi difference between the two gauges we got, and I simply just don't trust them at this point because it's giving me a low reading. I'll show you. I was expecting to see about 60 psi, and we're not even at 50. We're only at about 40. So I don't trust that. It's just too far out what I measured it at. You know, I've been accurate with my measurements before, and I trust my measuring more than I trust that gauge. So I'm going to get another gauge and we'll do another test. So I'm going to drain the pipe and just let it flow out of our ditch for now. I'll have to come back and get a proper reading. Right, currently looking good. She's flowing. Looking good. Obviously that valve is only just open. If I fully opened it, it would probably, it would be bad. There would be too much flushing. Oh, getting soaked. So we're just going to drain it now, and I'll come back with an accurate pressure gauge. And there it is, going back into the little stream. Should work fine. Obviously the flow will probably be about 2.5 times that, I would have thought. Look at the power behind that, look. Open it a bit more. And that's with the pipe draining. It's still draining. That's probably been a good 20 minutes now. I think me and Raf worked out that it's about 2,500 litres of water, 2.5 tonne of water in the pipe alone. So yeah, we're going to drain it now. So I've got to get a gauge that I can trust, and I'll come back after it's sat, definitely filled up, no air bubbles in it, nothing like that. Gauge I can trust, get a proper reading, then I make the turbine. Yeah, quite an amazing amount of force out of that, because it is nozzled down. That's kind of what happens inside the turbine. We were able to test for leaks at least by filling the pipe up, so it wasn't wasted energy. We tested for leaks. Now we can cover the pipe up. The last bit. Yeah, that's it now. That's the valve fully open. At least we know the pipe's good and clear now. Got any leaves or anything out of it. Right, I think that's us. Ruff's done a nice little patio outside the door out of some stone we had left over. Rain and stuff will wash that off and we'll have nice stones. We buried the pipe. So I was hoping that after today I'd just go back with the pressure reading, make the turbine, but I'll have to come back, do that, because I'm just not happy with that measurement yet. Not confident in it. I don't want to make the turbine twice. Yeah, all been a success. Just need a bit more rain so the pipe fills up a bit quicker, and a decent pressure reading, and then we'll make a turbine. But I think that's going to conclude this video. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Raf. Yeah, and see you later. Hey everyone, so I'm back at my place. Yeah, I was a bit worried about that low reading I was getting. I'm pretty confident in my measuring skills, but that gauge has thrown me off a little bit. I was feeling a bit anxious about it, so I just thought I'd come to a known source of pressure with my own hydroelectric system and put that gauge that I used on mine, see if it gives a low reading. Then I'll know I should spend some money on a good gauge, go back there, should all be fine. Just got me a bit worried that I've made a mistake somewhere, so I'm just going to confirm that gauge, and then, you know, if that gauge is definitely reading low off a known system, because I know what my system is, guaranteed, very predictably, you know, I've had it for a long time, I know what the pressure is, and yes, we'll confirm it on that. So I've taken my big pressure gauge off that I use on this system, and now on my system we're usually around at 28, 29 psi, just around here. So, and it's been like that from the start, although it used to be a tiny bit lower because we raised it with the dam, but we're between 28, 29 psi on this system. But we need to go further round, and I want to confirm that other gauge. My turbine here, I do want to rebuild this with my new skills and materials and everything. We will get around to doing that at some point, but I've just hooked up my my gauge to it. I'll just show you that it's on. It is on. Pipe is full. Now I'll just let that settle because I just turned it on and off, so it's going to bounce around a little bit. So to me, I think that says 5, 10, 15. To me that says about 17, 18 psi, and I know this is 28, so we're looking at about a third less than I was expecting, which is exactly what I got, because we got about 42 and I was expecting about 60, so we're at a third less. So I'm pretty confident this gauge has had it, because I know this is 30 psi and that's not saying 30. If we count backwards from the 50, it's 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and then -2. We're looking at about 18. Yeah. All right. Well, that's eased my mind a little bit. You start doubting yourself, you know. You think, nice. It's a fairly decent quality gauge. It's just quite old. It's been sat around, you know, and I think it just needs calibrating. So I'm going to get a decent gauge, go back there, get a proper pressure reading, and I'm expecting. I mean, anything 55 up to 62 is the sort of range I'd expect, because that's what I measured it at. So yeah, we'll get back there with that. I'll do a little video of that showing the pressure, and then we'll start making the turbine. Alright, that's the actual end of the video now. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.